The most important thing about that is finding new experiences. So I find myself in a position where for the past like couple of years, slowly but surely, I won't find myself in a club as much as I'm supposed to. But you'll find I guess when I'm drinking at a friend's place, or I'm drinking at a fucking at a restaurant, mm-hmm. And if I drink late bells, well, fuck it. Yeah, I'm at a place and then it's in and out. I don't really do clubs. But a huge portion of my time is coming to museums like this. A huge portion of my time is me looking at different neighborhoods and going to express search in different places. Like, if you're a producer out there and you think, well, studios are dead, nah, my nigga, go build a studio and know that it's gonna be beyond Tabaya recording some nigga that's gonna spit a 16, because you can actually record the local church choir and make more money than you are gonna do with that cool motherfucker who's gonna come through with a bottle of Hennessy. Now mixing and mastering and pay you for that beat. You feel me?
Dog.
You can actually take a freaking studio and turn it into room and space for podcasts. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? So that mentality and that understanding comes from the fact that I've traveled, or when I traveled, I saw niggas who take their spaces and they use those spaces for that. Mm-hmm. You understand what I mean? Black men need to start finding different ways of utilizing their spare time. 90% of motherfuckers in the hood don't know how to fish, yet alone hunt. But niggas will tell you how to get a bitch. And a punk bitch at that. A bitch that will give it up for 6 and only drink 4. So black men need to be fixed. Ooh. We need to fix ourselves. We need to start informing ourselves. We need to start educating ourselves as black men. And we need to get rid of our dependence on government and financial aid from government. We're doing all of this and we're changing the world, and we're doing music like dog. Legs top on Feto, and I have a gold, 2 silvers, and 1 bronze Cannes awards from the Cannes Film Festival in France. Damn near close to a Grammy, damn near close to an Oscar. Legs top, and I didn't get any financial assistance from anybody from the ANC, and I don't have any fucking radio play or any. Why the fuck are we still waiting for government to give us any form of change? Black men need to change exactly what it is that they do. And the problem is we regard black men as the motherfuckers that are actually from 40 upwards. That's black men. When we don't consider black men from 21 up. You don't consider ourselves as people that can change the world from 21 up, because we have been conditioned to the fact that we can't change the world at that age when we can actually do anything. You can drink a fucking 48, wake up the next day and run the comrades. So black men need to change.
On a concluding note, my friend, what does the legacy look like? In terms of business, are you working on any business? Are you developing any projects outside of music, within music? Maybe we can.
I hardly ever speak on anything that I am doing.
Yeah.
I only speak on things that I've done. You'll find yourself being Hollywood as fuck. Whereas that somebody will speak things. Yeah, I know who I do. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For the sake of whatever, but I hardly ever speak on things. If I'm doing something that's revolutionary and I'm doing something that is life-changing, or I'm doing something that's targeted towards my success, whether it's business, whether it's creatively, I try to make sure as much as I can that I keep it to the length of everybody that I'm working with. But Lebon, at the very same time, I keep them to the loop as far as they need to know. And then everything else behind then, I just do by myself. Because I'll tell you this, you'll get to a point where there's 4 projects right now that I can't even speak of that I'm working on, that I've signed NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, and deposits have been paid. And I'm not sure whether they're being released in 2023 or 2024, but between 2023, 4, and 5, I know I'll be releasing 3 major projects. The whole point is to actually move like a giant. And you know how you move like a giant? You don't show everybody everything that it is that you're doing. So they don't need to know who you're in studio with. They need to know who you were in studio with. not who you are in studio with. You get what I mean? They don't need to know what car, they don't need to know what truck you're buying or what truck you're trying to buy. They need to know what truck you bought. So how you move like a giant is by being able to only show them the steps in which that you've taken. I mean, for example, they don't know what you guys just heard, which is like a fucking showstopper. One song. Merc.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean? And another lesson I'll tell you that I learned is this from the Casper thing was this: celebrate. By the time the news are out there, you are gone and done celebrating it, so that you can humble yourself. So celebrate with the people around you before the news break, and then break the news. So what they see, what the world sees, is what is how you were celebrating. It's not you celebrating at that exact moment. Move like a giant in silence. So one step from here to there must look fucking impossible. Don't show them the little steps. Never show them the little steps. Be a giant. And I love what you guys are doing. Fuck it. And you guys are coming up. It might be ragged as fuck. But I love it. I started like this, and I'll tell you this right now. Yana, I'll leave and go work in somebody's studio, in somebody's bedroom studio with them because they're dope. Leave, go work in somebody's studio that's in a shack. Wake up the next day and go work at Red Bull Studios with the best equipment. And it still doesn't bother me. There's niggas that are like, no man, this is not a... Fuck all that shit. I find where the dope shit is at. So I humble myself and I don't care. I go where the fucking dope shit is at. Regardless. That's what I do. So humble yourself. I always try as much as I can to humble myself. Young black people, come together. Let's remove the class of 76 out of parliament. Number one. Number two, young black people, let's come together and let's actually start doing things for ourselves, so that when they come to us and start talking about votes, there's nothing about yona. Another thing is, young black people, let's come together and let's find ourselves being better young black men and young black women. Young black people, please, let's come together and let's be better young black mothers and young black fathers. Even the old ones, there's still room to learn. Madre, we need to get rid of every single individual in fucking parliament who cannot recite a Tupac, WHP, or Biggie verse. They should go. If someone in parliament doesn't know who killed Biggie Smalls, if we don't get them, they're gonna get us all. They gotta go.